hybrid or electric? Which Toyota actually saves you more money in 2026? The answer isn't as obvious as you might think. If you're trying to decide between the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid and the Toyota BZ, several important factors could completely change your decision. In this video, we're comparing real-world fuel and charging costs, purchase price, driving range, reliability, maintenance expenses, and everyday practicality. Is the fully electric BZ really cheaper to own long-term? Or does the RAV4 Hybrid still make more financial sense for most drivers? Before you spend thousands on your next vehicle, make sure you know the advantages, disadvantages, and hidden ownership costs of both. The results may surprise you. Let's get started. Let's begin with one of the biggest factors for most buyers: price. A lot of people automatically assume the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid will be significantly cheaper than the all-electric Toyota BZ. That may have been true a few years ago, but the market has changed dramatically in 2026. Electric vehicle prices have become far more competitive thanks to manufacturer discounts, government incentives, and increased competition among automakers. As a result, the gap between hybrid and EV pricing has narrowed considerably. The Toyota RAV4 Hybrid starts in the mid-$30,000 range in the US, with higher trims pushing the price even further. Meanwhile, the Toyota BZ starts only slightly higher on paper. However, this is where things get interesting. Depending on your location, EV incentives can reduce the purchase price by thousands of dollars. Many buyers can also take advantage of manufacturer promotions and dealer discounts that are often more generous on EVs than on high-demand hybrid models. Because demand for the BZ remains lower than the RAV4 Hybrid in many markets, dealerships are often more willing to negotiate, creating additional savings opportunities. Once all the available incentives and discounts are factored in, the final transaction price of a Toyota BZ can be remarkably close to, or in some cases even lower than, a similarly equipped RAV4 Hybrid. For buyers focused primarily on value, that's a comparison that deserves serious attention. The next major difference is energy cost. While the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid is extremely fuel efficient, you'll still be paying for gasoline every time you fill up. For the average driver, annual fuel expenses can easily reach well over $1,000, depending on local gas prices and mileage. The Toyota BZ, on the other hand, runs entirely on electricity. For drivers who charge primarily at home, yearly charging costs are often dramatically lower. In many cases, the difference can translate into roughly $1,000 or more in savings every year. Over 5 to 10 years of ownership, those lower operating costs can add up to thousands of dollars, making the EV much cheaper to power daily. Now let's talk about what it's actually like to live with the Toyota BZ every day. For 2026, Toyota made several meaningful improvements, including increased driving range, faster charging capabilities, and several refinements aimed at improving overall usability. The BZ is available in both front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive configurations, with different battery options depending on the trim and market. If you're considering a BZ, the larger battery version is the one most buyers should focus on. The smaller battery model offers decent performance for daily commuting, but its shorter range makes it less ideal for long-distance driving. Step up to the larger battery pack, and range increases significantly, with some versions capable of exceeding 300 miles on a full charge. That's a major advantage for reducing charging stops and making the vehicle more practical for road trips. Charging has also improved. Fast charging performance is better than before, allowing the battery to recover a substantial amount of range in roughly half an hour. Toyota has also adopted the NACS charging connector, giving owners access to a much larger public charging network, including Tesla superchargers in supported locations. Performance is another highlight. The all-wheel drive model delivers strong acceleration and feels noticeably quicker than many compact crossovers. More importantly, the power delivery is smooth, silent, and effortless. Combined with its quiet cabin and refined ride quality, the BZ delivers a relaxed and premium driving experience that many drivers may find more enjoyable than a traditional hybrid. That said, the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid remains an excellent vehicle in its own right. The ride is comfortable, the suspension is well tuned for daily driving, and the cabin stays impressively quiet at cruising speeds. Thanks to its hybrid system, the vehicle can also operate on electric power at low speeds, giving it a surprisingly refined feel around town. However, there is still a noticeable difference compared to a fully electric vehicle. Whenever the gasoline engine starts working harder, especially during rapid acceleration or highway merging, you'll hear and feel it more than you would in the BZ. The driving experience is smooth, but it doesn't quite match the effortless silence and instant response of an EV. Performance is more than adequate, with enough power for everyday driving and confident passing. But the electric BZ delivers stronger acceleration and that immediate torque EVs are known for. For shoppers who want something in between, the RAV4 plug-in hybrid is worth considering. It offers significantly more power than the standard hybrid, while also providing a useful amount of all-electric driving range for daily commutes. Still, while the BZ may have the advantage in smoothness, acceleration, and EV driving characteristics, the RAV4 Hybrid brings several important benefits of its own, and those advantages could ultimately make it the better choice for many buyers. One area where the RAV4 Hybrid clearly pulls ahead is practicality. Unlike the BZ, the RAV4 Hybrid can handle towing duties on many trim levels, making it a better choice for owners who occasionally pull small trailers, utility equipment, or recreational gear. For many buyers, that added versatility can be a major advantage. The other benefit is convenience. The RAV4 Hybrid fits seamlessly into almost any lifestyle. There's no need to plan charging stops, install home charging equipment, or worry about public charging availability. You simply fuel up and drive. At the same time, fuel economy remains outstanding, delivering efficiency that far exceeds most traditional compact SUVs. Moving inside, both vehicles offer modern cabins, but they take different approaches. The BZ features a larger touchscreen and a more futuristic design, while the RAV4 benefits from Toyota's newer infotainment software, offering more features, better menu organization, and a more user-friendly experience. When it comes to material quality, the BZ has the edge. Its cabin feels more upscale, with tighter fit and finish throughout. The RAV4's interior is durable and functional, but it relies more heavily on hard plastics. However, the RAV4 wins back points in overall practicality. It provides more storage spaces, greater cargo capacity, a taller roofline for bulky items, and the added peace of mind of a spare tire. Both offer comfortable rear seat accommodations, but for families and active lifestyles, the RAV4's extra utility is hard to ignore, and that's what makes this comparison so interesting. The differences aren't as one-sided as many people might expect.